Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Genshin Impact mit Paimon. Ich find's nett, dass die hier sogar das Pausenmenü geändert haben. Und Paimon hat, als ich gestartet habe, irgendwas gelabert. Eine seltsame Ingenieurin, okay. Einfach irgendwelche Bilder. Bekämpfe den Pummelrobbenbanditen, oh je. Mal sehen, was wir da machen. Wenn Cowell damals nicht in dem Schrank gewesen wäre, wäre er möglicherweise dem Unfall entgangen. Ja. Wow. Beschädigten Zauberschrank untersuchen. Der beschädigte Zauberschrank wurde zurückgelassen, nachdem die Gendarmerie den Tatort untersucht hatte. Oh, geil. Wenn ich ihn mir jetzt ansehe, muss der Wassertank ihn sehr schwer getroffen haben. Das hätte ich dir auch ohne einen näheren Blick. Also, der Teil war, keine Ahnung, 3 Meter hoch? Das ist jetzt... Wie groß bist du? 1,60 Meter, 1,70 Meter? Das Teil ist platt, Mädel. Platt. Es ist höchstens so 1,20 Meter. Eher noch niedriger. Also. Oh.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Hat Linné das Sicherheitsproblem, das es darstellte, nicht erkannt? Oder die Feuerwerkskörper kamen ja nicht mehr in die Nähe des Seils eigentlich.
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
Ich schaue mir die Stelle an, wo das Seil riss.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material!
Okay.
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Es ist brennbar, es sieht aus wie Zunder.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Besonderes Seil, ein Seil, in dem der Wassertank hing. Es riss plötzlich, bla bla. Nochmal mit Esmond reden.
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
Maurice, okay. Oh, mit dem auch reden, okay.
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Kannst du uns das verraten?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we... Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her... The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the feature.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range.
Okay then.
Jo, danke, dass du uns
No
das
need to be
gesagt
so
hast.
formal. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Die Vermisste heißt Halsey. Klar. Ja, ich werde das Ganze jetzt hier ein bisschen skippen, weil... Gott, ey. Oh, Quentin. Was hast du zu erzählen?
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think that...
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for...
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether... In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out.
Let's just see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Danke, wir stören nicht weiter. Aber es ist keine... Was soll der Quatsch mit der Übersetzung? Es wäre eine unmögliche Aufgabe. Er sagt, es wäre schwierig. Weil er auch weiß, dass Linné wahrscheinlich nicht der Einzige ist, der Zugang zu dieser Maschine hatte.
Even though it's bad for Linny's...
Das macht das Ganze zwar jetzt nicht wirklich besser, aber es sagt ihm auch nicht, dass nur Linné es hätte sein können. Was so ziemlich das Beste ist, was er momentan haben kann.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens if you find any new and interesting leads.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind.
That makes sense.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for...
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
In diesem Fall wäre der Wassertank sicher in Schwingen geraten.
Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon, though.
Ja. Okay, sagen wir 4 Meter. 3,50 Meter bis 4 Meter. Wenn ich das so sehe. Sieht wie ein gewöhnlicher Schrank aus, aber Linné hat es geschafft, sich während der Show im Nu von der Bühne in das Innere zu bewegen. Wie hat er das gemacht? Tja. Molly.
And he's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later.
Ja, oh. Alles gut. Nee, da ist auch nix.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye
on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Melus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Klitzekleine Frage. Was genau ist die Spina di Rosula? Ich habe ernsthaft keine Ahnung. Und sie hat es nicht gesagt. Also, so wie die auftreten, würde ich sagen italienische Mafia. Aber wir spielen ja eigentlich auf Frankreich angelehnt. Also, wobei Spina di Rosula ist schon eher italienisch angehaucht, ne? Was bist du, Mädel?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Ehrlich gesagt, es ist nicht die schlechteste Begründung, die ich jemals für einen Umstand in Genshin Impact gehört habe, also go for it.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Ja.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Das stimmt wohl.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
Nein.
And why would that be?
Dadurch wird die Wahrheit leicht beiseite gewischt. Etwas Ernstes wie ein Prozess sollte nicht wie Unterhaltung behandelt werden.
See, Silver and Melus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Melus. Anyway, I like your answer. You pass with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Du verkennst das Wesentliche, Paimon. So sieht's aus, als hättest du ihr bereits zugestimmt.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
Ja, aber irgendwie habe ich das Gefühl, ihr spielt gerade FF7 durch.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, we'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks.
Okay. Tristan.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
Und während der Show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
Ja, gut.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Ja. Naja, wir reden hier nur über den Hauptein- und Ausgang.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
No. Das ist...
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. we'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
Die Rückseite der Tür ist anders.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Soll das etwa heißen, in dem Schrank ist noch ein Schrank?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box.
Und die beiden Schränke sind dadurch miteinander verbunden.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Ja, und was ist deine Seite des Tricks?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Seien wir mal ehrlich, im echten Leben wird das nicht so funktionieren, aber also würde es nicht so einfach so funktionieren, aber in einer Zaubershow würde es wahrscheinlich trotzdem funktionieren, wenn man den Zauberer halt richtig ausleuchtet. Dann würde man keinen Unterschied, oder auf die Entfernung halt keinen Unterschied merken. Ja, ihr habt wirklich an alles gedacht.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Ja, ich denke mir halt so, wieso ist da in dieser Oper ein doppelter Boden? Ich meine, normalerweise werden da ja Opern oder Gerichtsverhandlungen gemacht. Und ja, für eine Oper ist ein doppelter Boden schon ganz gut. Allerdings so ist das Ganze, ne? Man wird ja für eine Zaubershow nicht gleich die gesamte Oper für nur einen Trick einen Keller erweitern. Geschweige denn, wenn es bereits einen Keller gibt, diesen nochmal komplett umbauen, damit dieser Trick funktioniert. Also, ich meine jetzt nicht nur umbauen, indem man da ein Schienensystem verlegen würde oder eine Leiter. 2. Sondern, dass man halt wirklich diese Falltüren auch noch hat und so alles sowas, ne? Naja. Steuereinheit untersuchen. Sonst muss der Steuergerät für den Rollwagen sein. Scheint automatisch zu funktionieren. Jo. Leiter. Ja. Hier ist eine Leiter. Wow. Oh.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Wahrscheinlich eine weitere Zauberrequisite.
Oh, hi, my nose. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Ja, zerbrochene Vase. Könnte von dem Entführer stammen.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Ja, und Linné hat das nicht erwähnt.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Linné sagte nichts davon, dass man hier irgendwo Kleidung wechseln müsste.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Hannah doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Das ist echt seltsam. Würde sie Fahrbahn untersuchen. Dieser Zaubertrick erfordert ein hohes Maß an Präzision. Die Schienen hätten verändert werden können, keine Ahnung, um Dinge zu machen. ich überlege mir halt auch, während der Show funktioniert der halt eigentlich für einen Trick, aber sonst ist hier keine, ist hier nichts, oder? Alle Arten von Zauberrequisiten und Kostümen sind wahllos in dieser Kiste verstaut. Warum? Du kommst hier halt nur über diese beiden Bodenklappen rein. Der Rollwagen ist das Schlüsselwerkzeug, mit dem der Zauberstrunk transportiert wurde. Der Täter hat es benutzt, um den Plan durchzuführen. Tja. Oh. Sieht aus wie eine Lüftungsöffnung.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Doch, die Zauberschränke könnten auch als Ausgänge benutzt werden. Und Lynette und Lynette waren jeweils in den beiden Zauberschränken.
You're right. Let Paimon write that down.
Ja, Lüftungsöffnung des Tunnels.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes.
Ja,
Let's head back up.
das machen wir auch, aber erst beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, Gruß, Chinas Fan.